Good morning. Welcome to Craft Around the Clock. I'm Mary with Ocean Breeze and Me. So good morning, everybody. Let me get myself situated over on this side so that I can read some comments. Since I know I'm blind now. There we are. Okay. Hi, Elizabeth. Let me see here. So you're not going to scroll for me. And we'll give it a couple minutes. There we go. It's starting. Slow but sure. Okay, so I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. Boy, I'll tell you, the difference is unbelievable. I see Teresa and Irma. Happy Wednesday, Elizabeth. There's Mare. Good morning, Mare. Okay, let me show you. This is a digital deco design. I took one look at this and all I could think of was this beautiful lady bringing me spring. That just screams spring to me. So we're really going to doll her up. So here we go. Let me show you my board. I've already painted it and I made it as light a blue as I was able to get. I want her to stand out. And we've got flowers and we've got sparkle and we've got mold. So we've got a lot to get accomplished. So let me tip you down so you can see what I'm doing. All right, and I think before we put her on, I do want to take those edges off. I have such a mess over here. There we go. Clean it up. And then it's right back to where it was, a mess. But I have been doing a lot of things to go in our little shop. It's called Town Treasures. So I've been doing a lot of things and taking it there. Because it looks like, as far as vendor events this year, what is your problem here? There we go. It won't happen until probably fall. Excuse my arm. Winston got a little overzealous. I don't get upset with him. He doesn't mean to hurt. It's just that my skin is so thin and it takes no time for him at all to rip up my arm. Now we're going. So how's everybody's weather? I don't know about you, but I am freezing to death today. I had to go out last night and cover plants. We had frost warning. Not sure if we got it, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So the only thing I had to cover is I put my ferns out. I got them out of the house because if it's a point where I think they know that it's getting to be spring and they really don't want to be housebound because they start to get, there's parts of it that die off. So I have two huge ones, so we put them out back and let them get the rainwater the other day. And last night I covered them. And then my clematis, which was in the garage forever, and it was growing. So I said, oh, we'll put it out. Only to find out that we were going to have frost. And the president of the garden club said, now don't you know, not before the 15th of April, After that, you're pretty sure you're not going to get frost. I went, well, apparently no, I don't. But I know now. Okay, we're going to be a little stubborn. But our grass is getting so green now. My forsythia is done blooming. Tulips are hit and miss. Depends on where in the house or where in the yard they're planted. Hi, Jeanette. How are you this morning? And I take it Cindy's here. Good morning, Cindy. See who I missed this morning already. You're warming up. 99. Can you do me a favor and share? Good morning, Kelsia. Cindy. Oh, what I wouldn't give for 99. I know a lot of you don't like the heat, but I love the heat. It's like I can always cool off, but in the winter, if it's cold, and I can't seem to get warm. We've had the heat on for the last 2 days, which is killing me. But what are you going to do? Okay. Oh, come on. And this one is definitely rice paper. I did not print it. And the link for Digital Deco Designs is in the description, so if you're interested, and I was going to look up the name. Do I have the envelope here? I don't think I do. So I could tell you the name. But I'm so ready for all the pretty flowers to get out and start planting. We have to hold on the birds. There's a special bird food you can get. I think it's for songbirds. We have crows, and they're going to be here, oh, probably till the end of May, or at least until their eggs are hatched and the babies are able to take off on their own. They just are scavengers. They're worse than blue jays. They eat everything. You know, you can fill it up and you turn your back and it's gone. That's like having teenage boys in your house. All right. There we are. Okay. So I'm going to put her a little higher because I have some pretty flowers to put down at the bottom. You know what? Some of this I want off. If it'll cut. So I hope your week has been good. Anything going on? Ouch. You have plans for the weekend? I'm a little excited. We're going to Sea Glass Festival in St. Michael's on Sunday. Rain or shine, so they say. So, but I'm anxious. I love St. Michael's. We had one of our family reunions in St. Michael's, and when we moved to Delaware, we went on search. Couldn't remember the name of the bed and breakfast that we stayed in. So we went on search and we found it, and they were doing some reconstruction. So about 6 months later, we went back and oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. We wouldn't be able to afford to do a family reunion there now. But it was still nice. The memories. It's all about the memories. Well, I certainly didn't want to spend all my time doing this. Okay. Alrighty. So like I said, we're going to put her a little higher up. I have something else to go up there. That should be good, providing that I have it centered correctly. Aw, Mare. Don't tell me that. We'll just have to see what it does. I think I did see we could have, there could be occasional showers. Here we go again. Weekends are going to be ugly. I think it's because we all get too, no, I didn't get very top here. I get so anxious to do things outside. And my usual, missed a corner. Alrighty, I think the face is just beautiful. So I cannot tell you who is up next because I know there was some vacancies. So I'm not sure who may be coming up next. And I did not post it, shame on me, I should have. For those of you who are interested, maybe you do craft and you'd be interested in learning more about YouTube. If you go, you should find it on Telegram if you are connected to Telegram with Craft Around the Clock. I'm sure you will find it on Facebook. There'll just be a couple questions that Miss Tracy will ask, only so she knows what your interest level might be. And she is going to go back to her her once upon a time job. Of course, then she was teaching children with, you know, that weren't old like I am. And she's going to guide us and teach us the ins and outs of YouTube, which I am forever grateful. I'm there. My YouTube link is in the description. So if you have a couple minutes, it would be wonderful. I cannot go live until I meet the requirements, but I can post. So I have been doing that. I'm trying to do shorts. Some things can be a little bit of a challenge, but you know what? You learn. Okay, let's give it its first dry here. Good morning, Pat. How are you? Who's 100% ready for warm weather? Hi, Shannon. Yep. You know when we're going to get summer? When we end up going to road trip, the sisters meet up, you watch it end up being stinking hot. because it has happened. Like I had mentioned, my husband grew up in Lancaster, and we have not been away from Pennsylvania that long to know that summer can be, you know, it can be a blister in September. Okay, I want to go over my edges for sure, because I never quite seem to get to the very, very edge. Pat, are you getting any warmth in Canada? Oh my gosh. I guess if that's where you live, you're so accustomed to it. I don't know. If I had to, well, I guess if I were to move to Canada, if I had to move to Canada, I guess I would adjust. But you get so much snow. Not my favorite thing at all. Good morning, House of Crafts. Grungy goodness, good morning. Thank you, Beth. I think you've been on before, or maybe I've just seen you on other pages. But welcome. I'm glad to have you. Oh, that went awfully fast. Your youngest daughter's in Wisconsin. That is not a happy camper. I can understand. I wouldn't be a happy camper either. And when you get all that damp and that cold, oh Lord, the hands. I just saw my orthopedic doctor yesterday because I have problems in my shoulder, and I do get my shots. Hi, Brenda. And we were talking about my hand, and because I told her, I said, in all fairness, I hurt up to my elbow, and that's from my hand. But the shoulder hurts, and it comes this way. So we're trying, as long as I can raise my arm, I'm safe. When the time comes that I can't, then it'll be rotator cuff surgery. But the weather just, it plays havoc with you. For sure. Oh, you want a good laugh? So, you all know I told you, you watch crafters while you're crafting? Beth, yeah. I think a lot of us do that. So you know I got everything spread around with my eyes, getting those done. So I had to go for a hearing test. And it was my request because I feel very muffled in my ears. I had a ruptured eardrum, but both of them feel like there's a wall in there and won't let sound go through. Hi, Lisa. Well, we do the hearing test. She comes back to me and she goes, well, and I went, well, what? You need hearing aids. I said, for crying out loud. I walked out of there and I looked at my husband. I said, I'm officially old as dirt, for sure. And he goes, why? I have to have hearing aids now. Gee. Okay. I have, well, let's do the butterflies first. The butterflies I have are all pink, and they're a very bright pink. But I'm thinking about, because I did save my blue that I used, I'm not 100% sure how well it will cover. It covers. I really didn't want bright pink. And I probably will not get to it on my live, but I'm going to have this one sit right in here, but I want to do some Totally Dazzled on it. The big one, this one, I don't want to use. Oh, that comes apart very nicely. Thank you. I want to put it in here, but here again, that is way too pink for me. So we will definitely have to tone it down. I like 3-dimension. And I don't think I need that either. So she definitely needs a soft pink. I'm sure of all the colors that I have back here. I don't have a soft pink. I didn't put all my paints away. I do. Oh! I'll be darned. I'll be darned. I surprised myself. My brushes need washed terribly bad. So I'll end up doing these, and I'll have to set them off to the side to dry. And this may take more than one pink coat. But that will give you an idea of what I'm aiming for. So that will be much better as a soft pink. So I'm going to set that over there. And we are going to pause on Butterfly so I can get the rest done. Okay. I have Totally Dazzled, if I can find where it opens. You don't package this stuff right for those of us who have eye issues. Okay. I love the rose gold. Oh, Cindy, you like doing 3D? I do too. Good morning, Be So Crafty. Hope you're doing good today. I'm going to put that right in there. She has a pendant on, so I thought it would look pretty nice right there in the center. I wish I have one heart. I wish I had more because there are hearts all over. Now this is a temporary. I will go back with a glue that will not, although this won't be hanging outside. So that's not so bad. There's a heart here, 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 and here. And I have one. Okay. I see you. Yes, I do. I had to get my oldest son is coming the day we bring my husband home from the hospital. I told him, I said, there it is. I can't see well enough for the distance that I need to go. I said, please help your mom. And I'm going to put that one up there. Oh, I'll show you what it looks like. That's the heart. Good morning, Lucille. How are you? Yes, rose gold is very pretty. I used to wear rose gold a lot. And you know, I don't think it matters anymore. If you mix, I love to mix. I have primarily silver now, but I do have gold also. This one over here never comes off. That was my mother's. Well, I should say, she had it made for me. I don't know if I had ever told you how the ring came to be, but the diamond in the center, my mother was engaged to be married, and his name was Johnny. And unfortunately, Johnny got killed in the war. So she kept the diamond. And the diamonds around the outside. This is terrible. When my parents divorced, she kept the ring, of course. I would too. And she took the little diamonds and had the ring made. All the diamonds around the outside are from her wedding band. And when we got home from Germany, she presented me with the ring, which was so nice. So I always have something. So these wings are definitely going to need, as I just stuck my finger in it, a second coat, because there's just, you know, too much see-through. Doesn't see through nicely. Okay. I think I'm also going to let this go till, well, we'll see how far we get. I did a mold, which I would like to put up at the top, which I might just let it lay there. But in the meantime, what we're going to work on is putting the flowers at the bottom. A lot of them will have to be cut quite short so that they sit. If you can cut them. There we go. I have not a lot of colors, and not all of them are roses, but I think the colors are gorgeous. Hubby had to go for blood work this morning, and all I can say is I pray his A1C is good. I hid his robin eggs. They're like malted milk balls. He was buying bag after bag after bag. I said, you know, you're killing yourself. Your A1C isn't good, you're done. And I have to live with Cranky. So I hit him. One day he said to me, do you know what happened to the robin eggs? I said, mm-hmm. Where are they? I said, I hit them. I said, you'll get them back after surgery. He goes, oh, okay. The first bag he left laying on the counter. And he goes, I know you like them. I said, don't put that you got them for me. I don't need them either. So, hence why I am called the warden. I was named warden after his heart surgery. Cheers. You know, they're like kids. You've got to take care of them. Sometimes they don't do for themselves, and you got to do for them. Okay, where's the other rose? There you are. Put you over here. And of course, I know it's hard. It's hard. There's nothing easy about it. But you gotta weigh in what is more important. And right now, he is to the point where if he doesn't have a cane, he can't walk. So don't blow it. That's my thought. Cheers, Beth. Your husband is on his own. Well, I guess it's because I have to live with him, you know. So I would really like, I'm thinking that's too big. I would really like for him not to be grumpy and grouchy, and not to mention that we moved here to enjoy ourselves, and not that we don't do things, but it is difficult. It's very difficult for him. So we've had a couple bouts about, you know, not taking care of yourself. And I said, if that's the way you want to live, then live that way. But, you know, we still have to stand by and watch. And so it is frustrating. And he grew up. He definitely grew up meat and potatoes. He was one of 8. Once you cut the flower off the stem, let me show you. You see that? So they're still intact. These, I got these. We had a yard sale here in our development, and we had a gal down the street. She had just gotten married, and she did her own flowers, and these were it. And they used the cylinder like so, and there was styrofoam inside, and that's what they used, I guess, as a drape. So I went down and I looked and I left, and then I went back down later, and I said to her, how much are you asking? She said, you can have it all for $10. I said, mine. So that is what I did. It's nice when you find deals. I didn't wear my watch. Okay. So while I'm doing the flowers, tell me what you think the color of the mold should be. Let me see if I do this. You can see it. Give me some thoughts on what you think for the color. Please. Thank you, Irma. They are pretty nice. I have no idea where she got them, but I snagged them. I got the two colors too close together. Let's bring that one up. All these wires I will be holding on to. They are great if you need like something styrofoam that you need to use. Just stick it right in there, or even to lengthen a stem. And while I was talking about the oh, thank you, Irma. Yes, it was a deal, Brenda. As I was talking about the YouTube, if any of my sisters happen to have the link and you want to put it in, please feel free. I've got to hold it up slightly. Excuse me for sniffling. 'Tis that time. We have pollen positively everywhere. Ugh. Never thought it would ever bother me. Famous last words. Stop. Boop, 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 boop. Yep, looks like we may have stopped. Alrighty, let's see. I know I've got to catch up in here. Yeah, that's a little better. So, any idea? I'm stuck on mold color too. Rose gold, rub and buff. Yeah, that's a thought. Thank you for all the hearts, Lucille, you like. I think we should put a rosebud over there. Or maybe we should put a rosebud down here. That's my last rosebud. So I better be sure where I'm putting it. Tip it again. What time have we got? 11. Okay, 4 minutes. So the mold and the butterflies are the only two things that we are not, because here's the little blue one, and he needs some more paint, and I may have done him backwards. Oh well, that's all right. He will also need a little bit of glitz, and then we will do the butterfly wings up here. All right. So I want to just take a minute and show you. This is the other one, and it's still in the plastic. That's another one from Digital Deco Designs. I think it's beautiful. Now I need to find a special frame, because that frame is gorgeous. So if you're so inclined, the link is there. You can go ahead and let's add some light. Click on it and take a look. She just did a spring drop last Friday, I believe. Yeah. Keep brushing my hands because there is, believe it or not, still a little bit of the foam, Oasis. Because after you have all that packed together, it ends up, you know, crumbling a little bit, which it did. Okay, now let's try. What did I do with it? Ouch. Some diamond dust would look beautiful on the wings. You got it. You were right. Yes, it would. I also have, I have it out. Here, I'm sure you can see a little bit of it. This is all totally dazzled. That would look very nice on the wings as well. There's a few places in here you can see that it sparkles. It's like bing. So whatever that means. So I figured I would put some there as well. Okay, we got 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. So short of getting the mold done, there she is. And as soon as I have the mold done, there's one butterfly, and I have the butterflies done, I will definitely post a picture for you. So thank you all so much for joining me today. I'm a minute over, gotta go. Thank you all and love you all, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.